On this point, I actually completely agree. It will allow for a lot of changes in the actual structures of what we consider to be local, retail-oriented, mutual type of funds or collective investment schemes. Your authorized collective investment schemes, which are Singapore authorized and collective investment schemes, are set up currently as trusts. Those trusts notoriously have a few problems with them. One, you first of all have a trustee which has a fiduciary duty and may not be necessarily in line with the actual investment sort of parameters of the manager of the trust. That's one problem. Two, because it's a trust and a trust structure, it's a little bit less efficient to run than a custodial structure to a certain extent. We've seen the difference between the UK trust structure and the UK open-end investment companies being that there's, and I'm not sure exactly, but there's almost a % of different profits is because of the efficiency of managing it. Also, there's transparency issues. Open-end investment companies tend to be very, very transparent because it basically runs an account such as that. And they basically are easy to sort of invest into at an NAV, which is what they're actually valued at, versus a bid offer price for the unit shares in a trust. So this becomes one of those things where investors will like them. And the industry will switch over time from the trust structure to the open-end investment companies in making sure that they actually are offering those things to the retail public. But in general, you have to go back to the question of how much of the retail public in Singapore and how much of it is actually going to be catered toward this type of structure. It's a question that has to be answered, and we'll see. Like I said, a lot of what you see as assets managed in Singapore are offshore management of assets that are either through private placements for restricted schemes and not for your retail open-end investment companies that we're talking about at this time. So it will affect quite a bit that market, that particular sub-market. But the general market of asset management in Singapore, while it will bring some value, it may not be revolutionary in and of itself.